Welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast with Jacob Ayers, providing actionable content to help you along your journey to financial freedom through real estate investing. As the premier asset class, real estate has helped ordinary people just like you amass fortunes. The benefits of passive income from real estate investing will allow you to live a life you want. And now your host, entrepreneur, real estate investor, and apartment deal syndicator, Jacob Ayers.
Hi, and welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, episode 98. You're listening to Friday Fundamentals with your host, Jacob Ayers. Hey, thanks so much for tuning into this week's episode. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Well, let's jump right into it today. This week's Friday Fundamental is the climb. We as individuals each have our own ideas of what success means to us. We look into the future and imagine ourselves happy, healthy, wealthy, and on top of the world. We like to envision what our lives will be like when we have no worries, stress, or responsibilities. If I asked you to picture a life of success right this minute, what would it look like for you? Perhaps traveling around the world, golfing a new course every day? Maybe sleeping in until the sunrise in your beach bungalow wakes you up and you stroll down to the ocean for a morning surf. Maybe it's spending every single evening with your family over dinner in your beautiful home. I wouldn't be disappointed in any of these lifestyles. But here's a realization. We get too caught up thinking that the more time for surfing, or the more money to travel, or less time at work, or less responsibilities will make us happy. We think that extra income, more time off, nicer things, a faster car, a shinier watch, or a slimmer figure will solve our problems. We subconsciously know this isn't true, but we have a hard time realizing it. Let me prove it to you. Think back to when you were a teenager, angling for your very first vehicle. You may have worked summer jobs, negotiated with your parents, and anything in between to get that first car. I know because I did the same. It was a 1986 Honda Accord, two-door hatchback, 4 years older than I was. Oh, and it made a horrendous squealing noise. But I didn't care. I wanted this car because I could then drive myself to school rather than riding the bus. I would have some freedom to do the things I wanted. This car was going to solve all of my problems. Eventually, I saved up enough money and bought this 1986 Honda Accord. Then, I realized the responsibilities that come with owning a car. Insurance, gas, maintenance, and tires, just to name a few. Well, eventually, I wanted a nicer car with less maintenance issues, a nicer interior, and less squeaky. While this car did solve my immediate transportation problems, it also unveiled to me new problems in life, like auto insurance. Many real estate investors also have grand visions of kicking back and receiving mailbox money. As do I. Who wouldn't want this type of lifestyle? Doing what you want, where you want, and when you want. Financial freedom. And it's a common goal, rightfully so. Having financial freedom might as well be a superpower. However you envision success, or what being at the top looks like to you, it's important to understand and appreciate the climb. Sure, it's easy to throw around buzzwords like hustle, grind, climb, and hammer, but do you really appreciate this part of the process? The fact is, your climb will never end. You will never reach the summit. There will always be something else for you to achieve. So get comfortable with the climb to the top. It's a long, never-ending journey. This isn't to discourage you from chasing your dreams. In fact, it's your obligation to do so. Simply sitting back and wishing your way to the top isn't going to work. So keep climbing no matter what obstacles come your way. Soon enough, you'll be on top of the world. That wraps up this week's episode of Friday Fundamentals. Well, hey, I hope you're getting value out of these shows. If you've liked what you've heard, please go over to iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, or wherever you're listening to this podcast at, and leave a rating and review. For more information and resources or to connect with me, visit www.jacobayers.com. Till next time, signing off, I'm your host, Jacob Ayers.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, providing you actionable content to build your real estate empire. Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for personal advice. The opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have a potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom, LLC, exclusively.